A Jack Daniels swilling, pizza-eating, dog-hating, whore-using, cocaine-abusing, hairy-backed, big-belly blowhard from New Jersey. The fat little bastard known as Artie Lang!
I got the point. Dan, are you okay? Mm-hmm. I really feel like you're going to have a heart attack. You had to see what you were just doing. I want to videotape it. The anxiety you have is so incredible. And you say you've always been like this.
Yes.
Oh. Well, maybe that's why you're good at your work. You have a work ethic. But, I mean, you'd think there's nothing at stake here. Literally nothing. Like, if we didn't do this podcast, nothing would happen. Our life wouldn't change. Mixaplex would go, okay, well, you're going to do it tomorrow, right? But you're snapping into the mics to test them. And you talk to yourself. You announce what you're doing. Okay, I got the microphone, I got the podcast, I have this, I have the laptop set up, and I go, wait, snap this one. I have that, I have my coffee, got my coffee, is your mic on? Okay, Anthony's going to sit here, I'm going to call this back. So I'm getting a text, I have to call you back.
He's taking pride in his work.
Well, that's the thing. The work isn't even that impressive. No, it is very impressive. I called an audible here. Anthony Bose is here, my co-author, and he's coming over. We're doing a writer's session. I said, let's fire it up, and we'll do a podcast. We'll have one in the can, as they say, in Greece. And we have one, part 2 of the Jerry Stern Fan Nation Whack Job podcast. He has no teeth, right? Is that his thing?
Yes, he said
I saw maybe 4.
About 4 or 5 teeth.
2 up here, 2 down there. That's about it. On the side.
He has a wife. I want to interview her. I want to go. What? And there's going to be the question. One question. We'll sit down and go. What happened? What happened? You were born. Your mother held you in her hands. Said, "This is my daughter, and I hope she goes out in the world and has what mothers wish for their daughters.
Oh,
like nice. Maybe she grows up to own a gift shop. She sells Hummels. She has a lot of pastel colors in her life. Like she has a little doggy shed in the back, and she has 5 Brussels Griffons. One named Tippy. Typical girl life. And she's pretty and she dances and she just loves life. And at some point that dream was shattered. We can only say shattered. Broken. Like the wicked witch of the East visited her and said, listen, no, there's a curse on you now. That life is not in your grasp because you're going to be married to Stern Fan Nation.
Oh, God. He just called 5 minutes ago.
He did?
Yeah.
Why?
He wanted to know. He wanted me to know that he got back safely.
Did you tell him we don't care?
No, I did not tell him that.
Did we say call us when you're home safe? Did you tell him that?
I don't remember. I might have.
Dan fucking sucks everyone's dick. He takes people to lunch. Like who are you taking to lunch? Well, I thought it was nice to take him. Why? Well, he worked here for 2 hours. He's a plumber. Like, what is that with you? Like, you're taking people to lunch, and then he puts it on my credit card, of course. Well, it's on the show, of course.
He's protecting your rep.
My rep. Yeah, what would qualify a lunch? Like, in other words, how long would someone have to work before they get the Dan Filato lunch offer?
Well, let's see. When we're supposed to do the podcast at 3, and then we don't usually start until 7:30 or 8, I figure I should probably buy someone lunch.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because they've been sitting here for 4 hours.
So?
Even a very a slim Anthony Boza likes a little pizza every now and then.
Yeah, but you're not buying them lunch, Dan. I'm buying them lunch. You understand?
Yeah.
So
I always ask you first.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I come out of this food. You never ask me.
I always... Art, should we order a pizza?
No, you never ask me. And like
Robert...
you say things that just don't exist, like the email thing now. Dan goes, I show you emails every day. That's just it's not a true statement. That's an untruth. It's like saying the sun is a brown. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, if we argue this, one of us eventually will tear our eyes out from frustration. Dan said he shows me emails that the show gets every day. And then I said, name one. I put it in front of you the other day. I go, name another one. And he goes, you can't name one. So how is that every day? You would have 1,000 examples.
I remembered what the email is.
But so you understand, if it took you an hour to remember it, you don't show it to me every day then.
If there's no emails, why would I show you any emails?
Well, how you say we get emails every day?
I said we get emails all the time.
Well,
That's what I said.
Well, I would like to maybe could use them on the show.
I gave you the one. The one from last week was the Boschetti one.
So there's been exactly one that we could use on the show in a year?
There's another guy that just sent one from Scranton. He wants to come in on the show.
How come that's not here?
It's printed out. I printed it out in the printer.
All right.
Does Jerry email?
Again, yeah.
I don't know.
Jerry, listen, it's my birthday and my wife is there. Your wife? Where is she? She's home in the kitchen. What is that life like? What is that existence?
Well, he said something about being sort of like a vintage picker kind of guy.
A what kind of guy?
He was talking before you showed up, just saying that that book that he gave you.
Yeah.
But he said he has a lot of stuff that he goes and.
He's a hoarder or a garbage picker.
I think it's more
Oh, no. Could you imagine?
So I'm trying
he's
to give
a hoarder.
You some visuals of the house, possibly. Yeah. Or they call them pickers.
I mean, they probably only have one bathroom.
Yeah. Well, it's Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
So it's cold.
He probably gets shit all over the rim of the.
What if it's an outhouse?
He's got a big ass.
Is it rural Minnesota?
No, it's all of Minnesota's rural. But it's just like that. What I'm saying is, if I was in rehab with that woman and I met him and she told me, I would say to her in group therapy, I have no reason for you to stop getting high. Continue. Get any drug you can.
In fact, here's the number of my dealer.
Right, exactly. You need to be in an alternate state of mind because reality has fucked you over. What happened? It's like the thing with a homeless person. You want to go up to them and say, 50-year-old guy, you were born, you had a childhood, I'm sure, went to high school, got a job, maybe went to a state college and majored in marketing, get a job in a cubicle. I don't know. Maybe you impressed your boss one day at lunch and you said something interesting and you got a raise and then something happened. Maybe you start boozing, blah, blah, blah. And eventually you're here on 38th Street in front of me drinking your own urine.
Those things don't happen overnight.
With a dog you're introducing as your wife. Yeah. Well, how did you get up to this? When I wake up in the morning, I say to myself every day, I go, why should I get up? You know what I mean? And I think of my job. I love my career. I think of my family. But then I think of Dan's calves.
And the snapping.
And I think of the view of the city I have. I don't know. I try to think positive. I mean, it's a charmed existence. I mean, Anthony, you have a life of an author. I mean, you're a talented guy. You work hard, but that's a great existence. America's you've used the American dream well.
Thank you.
I have too. This is a great existence. Dan is, of course, a rich kid. I mean, that's a great thing. I mean, to be born into wealth, and just riding this out.
The rich kid was unclogging the toilet yesterday. That's what the rich kid was doing.
Well, I think you do that on purpose to punish yourself.
Keeping it real. Keeping it real.
I got to tell you something. Dan is better than any broad I've ever lived with. I clogged the toilet yesterday. I clogged the toilet yesterday. I mean, it was really gross. In Schindler's List, when the little kid hides in Auschwitz in the toilet, the little kid is running around. Very poignant part of the movie. And he can't find, and the other little Jewish kid's like, "This odd place to hide. Get away!" I don't know why they're Cuban. Trying to do the Jewish accent. And the kid eventually says, I got to get away from the Nazis. And at that age, to be that well informed, who knows? Maybe they're taking him to a little camp where he could play. He knew they were evil people because their parents tell God, Scorsese, what a genius. I mean, that is a real point. That movie is heart-wrenching. It's too realistic. Oh. First of all, you see all the Jews, the skinny Jews getting their clothes and their assignments from the Nazi officers. Every one of them has an enormous cock.
Oh, God.
Did you see those Jewish guys' cocks in Schindler's List? It's like a porn or something. I mean, they're really helping out the Jewish race with that stereotype there. It looked like Dan's 15-year-old gym class.
That's still weird.
Did you ever say to a fellow student, Dan, like, "Hey, good, nice cock, man"?
No.
Like to get me some of that. Looks like lunchtime came early.
Do you work out?
Yeah. So that kid jumps into the shitter. And there's two other kids in the shitter, and it's raw sewage. It's all the Jews just shit. Or maybe it's probably the Nazi officers because the Jews didn't eat. It's probably the Nazis with their chicken and they're just like those Nazi asswipes just eating a huge live turkey.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. Yeah, Dan's a German.
Sauerbraten.
How did your family get rich? Did they rip off the Jews?
Oh, no.
They take their artwork and stuff? Yeah, but so imagine like I picture like those like Rex Marshall Gehring, the head of the Luftwaffe at lunch, like a live coyote, just going, "What we do next, Führer? Bring me a live rhino. I want to eat it, Führer. I eat a live rhino. We take Paris. Your food. Wait, I've got to shit." I've got to shit out the live coyote I just ate. We are the Nazis, we are the perfect race. What next, my Führer? My powder blue uniform. I'm the head of the Luftwaffe. I'm the head of the Luftwaffe. The German Air Force, we kill you. We drop bombs on you like I drop loads of shit on Jewish children hiding. At any given time, there are 4 or 5 Jewish children hiding in the shitter. Oh, that's why I eat a live gazelle. I have the gazelle still squawking, and I just tear its neck off. He was supposed to be into little boys, Gary. That was the thing. He was supposed to fuck. He was like the Sandusky of the Nazis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ooh. That's why he had powder blue uniform and everything. Oh, yeah. Bring it. After I shit on that boy, I want to fuck him. No. Bring me the boy I just shit on.
Oh, God.
I want to make his life living hell. You lucky boy. You're lucky. Not only is Rex Marshall Gehring, who is second only to the Führer, head of the Luftwaffe, he's going to, not only is he shitting on you, he's going to fuck you. Fine Stund. Oh, look, I shit out the coyote's tooth. I ate a full coyote tooth. I just eat through it. Sometimes I eat a live turkey and a live poodle. I say, just bring me the poodle live. I put some ketchup and some Wiener Frosch on it. I put some Worcestershire sauce. I want some Worcestershire sauce. I put it on there with some mustard. I have the beer in the stein. I drink the beer in the stein and the stein beer. And the Jewish wine that we steal from them. We steal the wine. I eat the jewelry of the Jews. I eat that jewelry. I shit out the palace, we make necklace. Rex Marshall shit necklace, that's what I make. Sometimes we go into the theater and we watch Mengele cut open a live Jewish person. While they're still living. He cut them open, take out their liver so we know about the health. And then I eat a live coyote while he opens a live Jewish person. I eat. I'm still hungry. I need some more. I'm the head of the Luftwaffe. Bring me something else that's alive. I don't like dead things. Oh, is a live French woman there? Yes. I want to eat a live French woman. My goal is to eat. I want to eventually eat a Harriet woman. I want to eat him alive on the television, the new television technology. I want to eat a black person. We hate them all. That's where we come. Once we exterminate the Jews, we go for the black person. I'm eating a Sharpei. I'm eating a live Sharpei. I'm just going to eat it. And then I'm going to shit on a Jewish person hiding in the shitter. I'm going to hold it in until I get out to Auschwitz because I want to shit on a child. And I want to pick out the child with the most shit on him, and I want to fuck him. Yes, Hund. I lost another rubber inside the Jewish kid. Pull the rubber out of the Jewish kid. And this man go around, tell him to get some salad prongs. Fuck your anesthesia. I'm head of your Luftwaffe. Just a big, disgusting Nazi. Reading your paper. I read the paper. Look at she's. She Mets lost. She Dodgers won the World Series. She fucking Yankees is so Savaggio. Call Mussolini. I want to eat Mussolini. Tell your Führer I'm ready. Does he need a Luftwaffe plane? Tell your Führer I ate Eva Braun. Fuck Eva Braun. I want a little boy. Bring me some of the Hitler Youth. I want to watch them do somersaults naked. Tell your Jewish youth I want to watch them suck their own cock. I want to eat Marshal Machaut. Maurice Chevalier, I want to eat him. I shit all over the boy. I turn him into Auschwitz. I call it Auschwitz. I put the wit in Auschwitz. You better fake laugh at that. I am second only to the Führer. Is there shit on my powder blue Luftwaffe uniform? I don't like the way the shit mixes them with the powder blue. Spike that kid's hair. I came in his hair, spiked it. Yes. I love you. Listen, I want you. The only Jew I want to live is Woody Allen. I love his movies.
Oh.
Let Woody Allen live. So we could see Annie Hall. There's one Jew I want you. Well, the two Jews. I want Woody Allen and Bob Saget to live. And we watch Annie Hall and the Full House. And we watch Annie Hall and the Full House. And we went, and I want those kids when they're young, those kids. Those Olsens. I want to shit on the Olsen. I want to eat John Stamos and watch Bob Saget do his irreverent stand-up act. Bob Saget is always doing the rated R stand-up. It's very funny. He talks about the cock and the sucking and the cock. And I like to do this with Annie Hall. And Arsenio Hall, let him live. I love the dog pound. Oof, oof. Yes. So anyway, I went off on a tangent, but that's what my toilet looked like what that kid was hiding. There might have been a kid hiding in it. The next door neighbor sometimes gets beaten by the nanny. Oh. By the way, do you trust those black nannies next door? They got a weird look on them.
Yeah,
there's. You do?
No, I don't. And they have a meeting once a week.
What do you mean a meeting?
Really?
Who was a meeting?
A couple of the Caribbean nannies.
About what?
I don't know. I'm not in on the meeting.
Why not? You're not involved?
No.
Are you one of the girls on the floor? I mean,
where do they do this meeting?
In the neighbor's apartment.
Wait, how do you know that?
Because all the baby buggies are out there. There's like
Shut baby buggy!
Strollers.
How come I don't see your baby buggies? Time out. Just time the fuck out. This is Dan Filato information. You know that the nannies have a meeting. What do they talk about?
I have no clue. I'm not in on it.
Well, how do you know?
Because they have a bunch of the strollers in a row, and then
they look very happy to have a white child. You know what I mean? They walk around, and I go, "How you doing?" And the parent, I like them. Our neighbors are very nice, and their kids are beautiful kids, very sweet kids. I mean, expensive on the black market, I'm sure. and these, you know, eventually you have to trust the nannies. You do, but they're walking around like, oh, for an afternoon, I'm white. I don't know. I have a scenario where I save the kids from the nanny, and I'm a hero, and I get invited to the meeting, the condominium meeting, and they read the minutes. Before we get on to today's meeting, we'd all like to recognize the filthy comic that we all hate, New Money, if you know what I mean. This filthy gross bag redeemed himself and saved one of the children upstairs from an out-of-control Haitian nanny. Artie Lang. When I first moved in here, true story. I get on the. By the way, you're going with the levels now, Dan. Was I just on the air? Like you're going back and forth? You trying to work that problem out about the distortion?
No, when you were yelling, when you were doing the German thing, I didn't want to distort.
What did you do?
I took your level down a little bit because Anthony's so quiet.
No, but it
could be louder.
Well, what do you want? That's Anthony. What do you want? I mean, I don't want him to change.
No, I don't want him to change.
It's a good contrast. I don't want Dan Filato on your levels. He ruins the Rex Marshall getting podcast. I go all out to Lou Flaflava. Hello, this is your podcast. That sound you're hearing is me shitting on a kid. Yeah, so I get on the elevator, and I'd been in this place for a couple of months. I was just starting full-time on the Stern Show, and a couple that looked like modern-day pilgrims. That's how you describe them. A lot of Midwesterners come to Hoboken now because it's gentrified, and they work in finance. You know, they go to Northwestern or something. They come here, and they're very white. And the guy recognized me and goes, "Hey, I saw you at the E! Show last night. Really funny." I go, "Thank you." And the woman gave him an immediate stare, like snapped her neck. Like, how dare you acknowledge him? And the guy got real sheepish.
Really?
And said, anyway, dude, I'm a fan, thank you. And put his head down. And she didn't say a thing. She was clearly mad that he gave me a compliment. So they leave, and I'm trying to think. I go, what was on the E! Show last night? And when it hit me, I stopped and laughed for about 5 minutes. It was an episode where we had a stripper on, in a thong. We put mayonnaise on her ass, and we threw bologna at it, and I won because I stuck 3 pieces of bologna from 10 feet away. I threw bologna and stuck to her ass.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And she actually said she lost her virginity. I told her to pray to St. Anthony.
When you lose something,
yeah, right.
You can't find it.
Yeah, my grandmother. It's the only time my grandmother said she liked the joke I did.
That's funny.
And I realized that that's what they were watching. And this woman realized that she lives 40 feet from the devil.
Was that the people across the hall?
Well, no, this is 15 years ago. These people long left and became, I don't know, governors. I think they all became John Kasich. And yeah, so she I laugh so hard. She's watching. She probably comes from a real sophisticated family. She's watching me throw fucking bologna at an ant. Oh, it's great. And I probably dwarf the salary of her husband. Ha 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 ha. You come here, you touch the bologna at your ass. Did you eat the bologna after I eat the bologna? I ate your bologna after I throw it at the ass. I like to ash the bologna with the fish that's high as your toes. What do you want, Rex? I want the fish that's high as your toes. And bring me Jerry Sandusky. No. He's my friend. We're going to talk shop. I love the Black Lives Matter people. I'll meet them. Black Lives Matter with Bill Clinton. She Hillary Clinton. She Donald Trump and she hair and she other people. Ted Cruz. Who the fuck's Ted Cruz? You look like a little minor bird. He'd be a Nazi. First that Hitler, he's looking sick. What's with the mustache? Oh. So Dan, I tell Dan we got to get a plumber. We got to get a plumber.
Like how? So this was bad.
Bad. You don't understand. You look down and it looked like a landfill.
And just no water. It's gonna.
And I tell Dan we need a plumber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then what happened was, see, I guess I get constipated because I eat mozzarella like an apple.
He does. That's for sure.
And sometimes I think my shit is too hard because it gets when you shit out, it's hard and it clogs up the thing. So I think my shit was too hard. I took a really hard shit. I have the opiate constipation because I drink straight morphine. I have Dr. Mengele get me some straight morphine. And we go to the CVS in Berlin. I say, I want the straight morphine. Here's your prescription. They go, no, you can't do this. I go next Marshall again and give me some prescription. And they give me some morphine. And I get nice and high. I get really high and I shit. And then I do shit I take as a cocaine. But then when I stop it goes in there like a microwave and it gets a really hard shit. I clogged your toilet. So, yeah. So that happened in mine. And for a couple of days, I'm like, fucking it, whatever. Then I went to Scranton.
And left the toilet in that.
Yeah, I figured maybe it'll soften up or something.
Or just it'll sort itself
out.
out.
If I keep peeing in there, it'll break it up like the urine.
Oh man,
chemicals from it.
Oh my god.
And so then Dan was asleep and I had a shit, so I went in his place and I shat and it was hard again, and I clogged his.
Really?
So now I had to tell Dan when he woke up. I go, dude, I say you got to take a leak, but I just clogged both toilets. So he goes, oh my god, wait. I go call a plumber. So then he goes, I'll do it. And he's in there. You were like 30 seconds. You did it. I don't know how you battled my shit in there. Wait, I got to piss from diabetes.
Wow. I mean, do you guys have?
Is there a book in this, Anthony? You think?
I think so. Yeah, maybe a pamphlet. We'll start small and build. What did you just get a plunger? Did it just look like a murder scene?
It was terrifying. It was like the pipe in Shawshank. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
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 Oof.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
But yeah.
And it was a couple days.
Yeah.
Ripe.
It was molten. It was it was like magic shell on ice cream.
No.
That's what it was like. It took me a second.
Ruining my childhood memories.
It took me a second to crack the shell, and then I got down to the deep and dirty.
Oh my God, you're a brave man.
It's shit. What are you gonna do? People, that's what people do.
You use a plunger.
Yeah.
Does Artie have a plunger?
Yes, he does.
That's how it gets
so
done.
I figured out what we could do,
out.
and see the problem is that they're all shared piping here in this building. So if someone else has a problem, everyone on this floor has a problem because
Really?
all the pipes go to one area. So if you clog up your pipe to the one area, you're fucked.
Right.
As well as the neighbors are fucked too.
Oh.
So that's so.
So could Artie have been blocking up everyone's poopers?
Well, we don't know necessarily.
It doesn't work
It
that
might have not have been Artie. It could have been
Right.
something else.
Right.
It could be a diaper. It could be, towel. Who knows? From another place.
Right.
Because that's what happened the last time, and it turns out it wasn't even us. It was somebody else.
Oh.
So, Artie might not be to blame, but it was bad. But it's all gravity. You just got to figure out where the pipes go and figure out how to do it. And I learned it as a kid. My dad owned a couple of apartment buildings, and he never paid for a plumber or never paid for an electrician.
Yeah.
So you kind of sit there, and watch him all day.
Yeah.
And it's funny that Artie said I talked to myself because he would talk to himself. All right, the red is positive, and the yellow is at the ground. So the green is what's the green? What's the
Right.
So I learned that.
Oh, cool. So it was just a plunger situation.
Well, it was more
Does
that
sound-
no. I had to turn. What I did was I had to get a nice little like catapult thing going.
What does
so
that
I
mean?
turned off the water in the guest bathroom.
Okay.
And got a nice like airlock going, and then as soon as I started going really hard with the plunger, I could feel it starting to loosen up, and then you could almost hear it go.
Wow.
And then that's when it. So then I went and turned the water on mine. It came up a little bit. Then I was like, "Uh-oh, this is gonna be." And then I flushed, and it all went down. It all went down in his. It took about 20 flushes.
Because there's that moment when if you flush it again, you might be.
Yeah,
you might be stepping
Oh
in.
yeah, it was molten. It was like lava. It was like lava.
Wow. Jesus, Jurassic poop. Were you wearing, protective goggles?
No,
or gloves or
no,
anything? Just going in.
I went in.
Raw dog.
That's right.
Shit. Literally. Wow. Dan's brave. I got the whole play-by-play.
First of all, it reminded me of a story. When I was on the Norm Show, one of the guys who worked on the crew had a bachelor party in Vegas. I was in Vegas doing stand-up, but it was like one of the key grip guys, one of the crew. And I went there, and I went to just go to the bachelor party. I figured I'd hang, And they were at the Luxor. And they had one of those rooms that, it was, it could be two rooms, but they have a door in between. If you unlock the door, So they got these two hookers that they got off the street.
Uh-oh.
To blow us before dinner. And again, I've gotten, people say how many times you had sex, you got a blowjob. I'm like, well, it's a real serious. If you want to count, and this joke is in beer league, if you count blowjobs at bachelor parties, I mean, it's in the thousands. And my favorite are one of these chicks. These were like a chick who's 5 feet tall, will come in with high heels, pumps, and you give her the $20. She just got a thong, and she puts the $20 in her shoe. That's where she puts it, and then puts her shoe back on. And some chicks go there 5 foot, they leave 6'8". They can fucking play, they could play power forward for the Celtics. So they were really street hookers and heavy set African American ladies. And the one had a tattoo of a man on her neck. And I said to her, who is that? She goes, my brother. I go, well, that's nice. She goes, well, he got shot, so it's a tribute to him. Her dead brother, who was a gang member, got shot. A tattoo of mine. And not a small tattoo, not subtle. Like a big tattoo. An enormous tattoo on her neck of her dead brother. And it kind of looked like he was blowing you when she blew you. It was a weird... like, I'm sure your brother was not... I'm assuming...
This is not what he intended.
Right, I'm saying African-American gang member. I'm assuming he wasn't sympathetic towards the plight of the gays. I don't know if I don't know if the tribute's working. Yeah. It looks like I'm getting blown from one of the Wu-Tang Clan. It looks like Old Dirty Bastard is blowing me. The dirt dog. Dirt dog ODB, derby. And that's very disconcerting for me. And so we were in that room. And in the other room, the attached room, was the kids' parents. They had come out to have, like, they were going to do a bunch of things at once, like a party, a shower, So one of the woman with the tattoo of her dead brother on her neck, I guess 8 blowjobs deep, she decided to go to the bathroom. And she came and eat at McDonald's. She had French fries, which is not sexy.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
It's just not sexy. She's finishing her fries. She could have finished them, before you walk in. We're negotiating with her, and she's got a full mouth of French fries.
Oh God!
How you want to do this, baby?
It's probably cold.
How you want to do this? Well, it's normally 20 for a blow. You ain't Kansas no more. That's what she said. It's usually $20. You ain't in Kansas no more. So she charged $50 a blowjob.
Oh God.
You know, I'm getting blown by Demonic and Sue. He should be paying me. And again, it was whatever. They were fine. Whatever. I got a blowjob. It took a long time to come. I mean, I had to turn away from the gang member blowing me.
So she didn't have skills.
Well, she did, but I couldn't get. You know what I mean? I couldn't get. In other words, if you were getting blown by a regular-looking woman, you would think of her not to get hard instead of baseball. Like I'm looking at the thing blowing me is the thing that I would want to make me get soft or last longer. I'm receding like a turtle, as I used to say. But it was a wild bachelor party. Everybody had all sorts of pills and stuff. And so anyway, this whore. She casually looking around and go to the bathroom. Now, we figured she has to do number one. Apparently, she had to do number two.
Jeez.
Okay, this story again. I was always afraid to tell this because the Key Grip kid he doesn't have a big sense of humor about this story, and I was always on Stern. Like no one listens to the podcast, so I'll tell it. But it's basically like telling Anthony and Danny a story, going through the emotions of holding a microphone up. But Dan snaps into them, so I want to make sure it's worthwhile. Does a lot of hard work. And I always, if I told it on Stern, now it's an issue, and like maybe like the kids, like because what I'm going to tell you,
Well, and if he's still married,
Well,
the
okay.
wife.
Well, she wasn't getting a blowjob; it was just us.
Yeah, of course.
He was going like Henry Hill. Henry Hill telling the story in Goodfellas. He never kills anybody. I love it's Henry telling the story. Like it's always, guys, what are you doing, Jimmy? It's against the law to kill a person. I've got a good mind to report you two. I mean, I report you, but I'm under duress. Jimmy, come on. Oh, Tommy, you did not kill Stax. Stax was a fun African-American gentleman that we used to play guitar. You killed Stax? That's against the law. There was no reason to kill Stax. He wouldn't have talked to the police. Henry's all like, you froze Tommy Carbone. You put Tommy Carbone on a meat hook. That's terrible. He might still be breathing. I'm going to go try to save him.
Next time, play nice.
Yeah, I'm going to try to save Tommy Carbone. But guys, I found Tommy Carbone. He's frozen. They're going to have to really thaw him out for an autopsy. I'm going to go to the police. This is enough. This is against the law what we're doing. Now, come on. You and Billy Bats can talk this out. Let's just talk it out. He meant nothing. You did used to shine shoes, Tommy. You did. You admit that. He's an older guy. He's made. Let's talk it out over a brunch. I'll buy brunch at the Short Hills Hilton. Yeah. So, he didn't get a blowjob. And then, at some point she wanders off in the party to, unbeknownst to us, pinch a loaf, drop a deuce, and she goes in to the other room. Okay, what I'm about
the
to
other suite?
Oh, the other suite.
Okay.
What I'm about to say, again, she goes in the other room and she takes a shit in the bathroom where his mother and father are staying. The mother's in the shower.
Oh,
She shits 2 feet from the mother taking a shower.
oh my God.
Now I assume she probably grew up in an apartment that had one bathroom, and she did that often. You just and it's like steaming.
Oh.
The mother hears something, and she looks out and screams like she sees a heavyset African American woman with a tattoo of a man on her neck taking a McDonald's shit.
Oh, man.
A foot from her.
Oh.
A foot from her. She let out a blood curdling, we heard her scream from the other, she's shitting counting 50s. Now the African American woman thinks she's set up like she's like, no, the whore's like, no, that's not my fault. And technically it isn't. We should have made sure that door was locked. But they come in, the mother is crying. What are you doing?
How do you explain who that lady is?
Well,
I guess it's
I guess she put two and two together. And everybody's yelling and screaming, and it was it wasn't gonna. I stayed in the other room because it wasn't gonna work itself out. This could only end bad. And the kid was very sensitive about it because he thought it made his mother look like, In other words, if I told that on Howard, like we got like goof fest phone calls, and it would have become a thing, and the kid might have killed me. He was very uptight about this. The mom was such a sweet lady too. She had to be like 78 years old.
Oh man,
getting ready for her daughter-in-law's shower. You picture like those little Tiffany light blue boxes with the little ribbons. And all of a sudden you got, Nell Carter shitting. Give me a break, I so deserve. Holy Christ.
wow.
You tell me she pushed her shit and she loo fla fla fla. She took she big dump and she McDonald's stump. Did she eat your apple pie, your fried apple pie? I love your fried apple pie. The shit just fall out of you. And just, an absolute... Anyway, so in all the ruckus, the chick doesn't flush the toilet.
No.
And it clogged the toilet.
Come on.
Yeah, the toilet was clogged.
Oh man.
They had to call somebody from the hotel.
Wow.
And the hotel guy comes up, and the mother's distraught. So like security's lingering around, going like,
What's this situation?
Yeah, we're in Las Vegas. There's a 218-pound African American lady with a tattoo of her brother on her neck with a fistload of 50s, and all of us. Guess who's the hooker? But the odd thing they couldn't understand was, why is there a 70-year-old? I think the security guy's going, yeah, the one was fat and the other one was very old. The other whore was very old. At least the other whore showered. Oh. She couldn't go to the baby shower, the wedding shower. She couldn't.
She was too upset?
She was distraught.
Wow.
And when we got back to L.A., I kept asking, like, everything all right? She's like, no. She's very, like, it affected her.
Wow.
Like, to this day, if she's still alive, well, she'd be very old now. But I don't know when she died. Maybe she'd be about 94 now. If she's still alive, I bet there's not a day that's gone by she hasn't thought about it.
Really? It was that bad?
Well, what you can't give her shit about it. Think about it. Well, yeah, bad term. Think if you're a 70-year-old woman, you think everything's great. You're going to your party. Your son's getting a...
Their generations will continue.
Right.
Your family.
And you're taking a nice warm shower. You're putting lotion on, and you got a suite in Vegas, and everything's worked out in life. You've done all the right things. And you hear fake jewelry clanging. and crisp 50s being counted. And these herbs and special oils used, and the odors used to mask other odors that are from God knows what. All I can think about is she had all those French fries. I don't know what her order was, because the fries were washing down probably a Big Mac and like a fucking,
at least
like a fillet of fish and
McRib,
extra tartar sauce.
Nasty.
That's just liberal damn with a racist.
McRib.
Wait about the McRibs. I'm a very liberal guy. McRibs. Yeah, damn possibly. McRibs. Those McRibs are scary. There's no bones in them. Like,
Yeah,
what
they're
are
weird.
they? Like pieces of cardboard.
Styrofoam cups. Sauce over.
it's like the nose of the pig or something. They had a breakdown of it.
There's no way
horrible.
it's even. It's not a pig. It's probably human. It's probably that girl's dead brother.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'll give him my regular order. Number 1, large. Crushed in my fucking ice. Yo, Sal, put some extra mozzarella on that motherfucker. Extra cheese is $2. I don't see any American Italians in here. All I see is black folk. Better get some brothers up on the wall. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Michael Jordan. Do the right thing. Man, your Jordans are fucked up. Yeah, so that, again.
Wow.
Traumatizing. Yeah. And you couldn't even joke about it because he'd fight you.
Wow.
Because he was mad at his younger brother for not, keeping an eye on the whore. Because I guess whores will wander off, The only thing that could have made it worse is if she stole something from them. Wow, that would have been.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, and the way she stole her happiness the last few years of her life.
Yeah, if she's still around, she'd be quite old, and she might be in a nursing home, and she's probably still thinking about it
every day. Not a day goes by she doesn't think about it. She's like dying, like, nurse. Did I ever tell you about?
You look like someone I met once.
Yeah, nurse. Listen, this is gonna sound weird. You're not gonna shit in my bathroom while I'm in the shower, are you? What? It's just I'm sorry. You ask that every day. I know. I mean, that is like 9/11.
For your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
And instead of a plane, a fat whore flew into your bathroom.
It's Soul Plane.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Filato coming in. Rattles at home from 3. A lot of people had in the lottery which show would Dan for the first time say something funny. If you had episode number 232. In the beginning, we took a thing. We said, which episode, how many episodes in will be the first time Dan says something funny? And some people very rude to Dan. Like 780.
No, I don't believe that.
But I know a lot of people were in the 230s. And some people, like, the people that root, they bet on the least seeded team in the NCAAs to go all the way. Like some people had the first show or the first week.
Steve Torelli had me in the top 20 at least.
Steve Torelli, of course, is broke. Then you get Mr. Mix. You got your third foundation, we should not teach. His third foundation. He's got you no teach. And your mix your predictions.
He said he's gonna have dentures. He's getting.
And he wants Artie to pay for him?
No, he said the next time we see him, he'll have teeth. He's getting full dentures.
Does he know we plan on never seeing him?
Yeah. I'm wondering if that could be a Pickers thing. Maybe he found some dentures.
No, that's rude because him saying the next time you see him is him assuming we're all going to hell. The next time we see him. Let me tell you something. If I see him again, something went wrong. If either I lost a bet or
he rigged the next contest.
We'll definitely put in the rules. If you won contest for Artie already, you can never win another contest.
It's a one and done.
Now I know. Well, guess what? Artie's not throwing another contest. I told my crack team to advertise it. They missed Facebook.
How is that?
I don't know. It's like why even have the contest? But now he's an example of why people from Minnesota join ISIS. It's either he's your neighbor or a mud hut and fight the infidels. Yes, that's how we recruit. If you got your big gutter snipe, the big fat gutter snipe next to him. So, Dan, what were you telling Anthony about how you mixed up? Did you break up the shit? Like, what did you do?
He had a very intensive technique that seems to be that you kind of learned it from your dad. Seems like he had some expertise.
Right.
Is it what happened? What did your father do?
He would shut off if it was a pipe, connected pipe, as they are here. The most that you can do is what's underneath Artie's apartment. So I shut off the water in the second bathroom and then I really went to work on Artie's bathroom.
What?
To get a nice like air.
Yeah, but when you look at my shit, don't you get gagged? Like
it's whatever.
You know, this proves a theory some people have. Like my mother and a couple of my cousins think Dan is sexually attracted to me.
Oh, come
and because no, well, hear me out. Because I did everything in radio that Dan dreamed of doing, and you know, when he worked for Dahl, he wanted to become something like what I had.
Never.
And my success.
Okay, I'll take the success.
You know, and then of course, you know, he comes here, and then you know, I think he sees me in person, gets to know me personally, my charm, and it's like, look, for lack of a better term, fell in love.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I could do that would gross him out. Like if it was if a 1981 Heather Locklear wanted to fuck me and live with me, I would fucking clean her shit up every day. Heather Locklear, when she was 24, like she could come in and go, "Honey, I shit all over your bed again. I'll clean that, sweetie. You coming home tonight? You going to see Motley Crue again? Wow, you must love those guys." Well, last time you didn't come home for 4 days. You just came home to shit on the floor, and then you left. And I'm cleaning it up. Just leave me a voicemail. Hey, it's Artie. The number you left me is Mr. Lee answered. I'm here cleaning up your shit, literally. And you're, is that Every Rose Has Its Thorn playing? Honey, are you there? On the news it says the lead singer killed a person in a car. Were you in the car? Is that true? Okay. What? The guys in the band want to shit on my floor too. I can't clean that up.
That'd be gross.
I don't want to clean up Nikki Sixx's shit. I mean, for you, I'll do it.
Dan said that there was like a magic shell hard kind of crust.
What happened?
He was getting into, that's what you missed. We're talking about the details of the toilet.
And you,
he had to break through
and you
it.
probably was like, God, this came out of the ass of a radio guy that I love. Oh, it's the only reason I could do this. I mean, I'll do it for Artie. And he's like humming the song from Titanic. What is that song? Celine Dion.
My Heart Will Go On.
Oh. Yeah, of course you know it. And my heart. You're going to go on to make babies, Artie. You're going to die alone, an old woman. I'll be cleaning up your shit. I couldn't clean up this Even Morning Zoo guy shit. No way.
I didn't do that for Rover.
That's dedication. That's real dedication.
I mean, if I came on to you one night and I said, listen, I've decided I do go that way.
Oh, God.
And I said, I want to make you the queen of my empire.
Move out of the other room and into my room.
You've graduated. I won't bring up my ex-girlfriends anymore.
Could you guys get insurance together? Aren't you sort of common law?
I think
partners?
now
Did you live together long enough? Or
when did you move in here? When did you officially say you're going to get your own apartment in 2 weeks? It's literally like The Odd Couple. He said, "I'll just be here for a little while." He never even looked. What? So when did you move in here?
It's over a year and 6.
Can we get some sort of common law thing?
Yeah.
What was like insurance or something?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like if you you don't have to be married or something. You're dependent on someone's insurance. You just have to live together and share bills for a certain amount of time. So technically, yeah, you guys are a couple.
Well, what's more intimate, sex or chopping up someone's shit for an hour?
Good question, Dan.
You chop up your shit?
That's pretty intimate.
Hey, would you chop up my shit? The next washer getting shit, I shit all over the kids. I chop it up. I'm second only to the Führer. Because the trial in Nuremberg is fucking Jews, right?
Is it more or less intimate than like holding someone's hair while they puke?
Oh, no, that's a real chick thing.
Yeah, ball head.
Yeah,
to
well,
do
it
that.
happened at Woodstock with a lot of guys, I'm sure. Yeah, I held Greg Allman's hair while he shit.
We're tight.
Imagine how fucked up Greg Allman must have been a couple of nights. You're talking about massive partying. Did you ever read that book, Ant? The Greg Allman one, the last one that was out?
I have it. No, I
Oh,
haven't.
it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Keith Richards seems like a little league coach compared to some of the shit. Because he almost, the situation he got into was they got busted. Their dealer got busted. Their coke dealer. They were doing cocaine in such a massive amount, and the guy supplying the band in Georgia got busted, and so did Allman for possession. And he had enough blow on him at any given time to where it was possession with intent, and it was like a lot of crazy shit went down. And they offered Allman a deal, testify against the guy, or go away. And it was, this guy was with what they called the Memphis Mafia, which not the Elvis thing. The Dixieland Mafia. That was very dangerous guys. And Dickie Betts was so loyal to the dealer and was so mad at Greg Allman for ratting that that caused the riff, the original riff,
Wow.
between Allman and Dickie Betts.
Damn.
But you think about it. I was telling this to Dan. This is 1975. They had been rock stars for a good 6 years at that point. You're living out like you're fucking Cher.
Yeah.
And you're a rock star. And you're looking at 30 years in a jail cell.
Oof.
You go from rock star to Keith Richards went through the same thing. That time he got busted in Toronto, they were putting him away forever because it was like his third strike. And you just make a choice. You go, I'll hang myself the first day. Like they put you in a small cell, and you're not living that life. The shock must be insane. And he made a decision, I guess. It's all stuff like that.
Yeah. Wow.
His brother died a couple years before, which really affected him. The motorcycle, Dwayne Allman. That's a great book. I just noticed Eric Trump on Donald Trump's kids are back in the news because they didn't register as Republicans. And supposedly they can't vote for him, or they can't go to certain events he's throwing or something. I don't know. They can't participate in.
Yeah, he couldn't vote for them in the primaries.
Vote in the primary. Yeah.
proving that they're lifelong Democrats.
What are they registered as? Are they
But Trump was always he was always a moderate. He always floated in between. As a matter of fact, that's why I always liked his politics, because he really seemed to, when he got asked about stuff and didn't have the burden of actually running, he was in between. He treated every issue individually, which is what you should do. It makes sense. Like, I'm very conservative financially, but, abortion, a chick should choose, because he probably at that point, his father had paid for 80 abortions.
Oh, God.
Just kidding. Dat je half black Trump, kid. We have him in your brother. Is your little. We protected him as a half black Trump. We couldn't kill the kid. I offered to kill your child when he was 3 years old for a small fee. And to Sean Kasich, I offered to kill Sean Kasich. I killed Sean Kasich and his whole family. So you get your delegates. I can't live in British Irish anymore. I've been in hiding for 70 years. I hate the British Irish. I don't like Hispanic boys. A lot of people say that's weird because Hispanic boy, you like a young Antonio Banderas, right? I hate the Spanish. I like a young blonde German boy. I like the Sherman chocolate. That's the Sherman boys. And I shit all over some. Sometimes I pretend my shit is a Sherman chocolate if I can't get your Sherman chocolate. And sometimes my shit, like Artie Lang's, gets a nice shell. Like she's stuffed shell or she's eating. And that's when I get that falato. That's when you need a secret homosexual who's in love with you.
Oh, God.
Better than a woman, because that's a real love. It's a passionate love. He hides your love. It's forbidden love. It's a forbidden love. That's that's the real passionate. He lurks around like some sort of skull in a giant cartel. In the hallways going, oh, I got to be the leader of the cartel. But the genius is the leader. And I love him. And I'm just waiting for the opportunity to prove my love.
God.
And sometimes I present my cock and he doesn't take it.
Oh.
There's been times he's passed out, I present my cock. I say, look, it's a cock presentation. And he doesn't take the penis. It is very disconcerting. And I look like, So the other opportunity, I can't wait till he clogs his toilet. And he says, I need you to get your plumber. And I go, not do. I go get, you know what? I will go get your shit out of your own shit out of your toilet because I'm passionate. And I go, do you want your plunger? I go, no, I'm going to use my cock. I'm going to think of you doing your radio program. I'm going to get direct from you doing your radio program. From you reading a commercial for the radio program. From you hitting a 28 minute, hitting the spot. And you to read your commercial. And it's so brilliantly, like I could never do it. You're the Connecticut School of Broadcasting scholarship winner. And I think of that, I get the massive hard on. And I pump away at your shit with my cock. If I can't fuck your asshole, I'll fuck the thing that comes out of your asshole. I don't want to fuck your asshole, but the shit that comes out of your asshole, I guess I can fuck it. Because it's not a living thing. I like fucking dead things. The several boys that they just had died. I work as paramedic when I was in Chicago. And I go alone on the calls when a young boy dies. Or if I'm with a partner, I give him assignment. I go, do your paperwork. And I'll undress your body and prepare it for the autopsy. And if the boy had been dead for less than half hour, I present my cock to the boy. I present it that I have sex with the young dead boy. The necrophilia. There's nothing like pedophilia and necrophilia. And I come all over your face of your boy. And when the partner comes back, I said, that's just a shell. That's a white film that goes on the boy. Because he died. And they buy it because paramedics are very stupid people. Very stupid people. That's how I fucked about 400 boys who are dead in Chicago area. When they find John Wayne Casey's basement, I went under there. I would spend weekends there by myself. Fucking the skulls. I would fuck the skulls of the boys.
Oh my God.
I loved your podcast. It's uncensored. I could really open up.
We got the Holocaust, necrophilia, and poop. Lots of poop.
I tell Dan I have a joke.
Oh, God.
I have a joke. I say to Dan, I say to the children, I say, I'm selling something. Do you want to buy my thing? And they go, what is it called? I say, it's a hollow. They go, what's your Holocaust? And I laugh every time. Because, of course, the Holocaust didn't exist. It's bullshit. Like Mel Gibson's father said, all the Jews moved to the Bronx. Mel Gibson's father is one of our people. Anyway, Trump's kids. Just play for Anthony. This is Eric Trump. They ask him about why Melania is not around campaigning. And he has a stock answer. And he calls her amazing. Try to count how many times he says the word amazing. It's clear he has a scripted answer, and he's afraid to say the wrong thing. And he gets so nervous, he's stumbling. Listen to this. So, No, a drinking game for you. If Eric Trump is ever interviewed anywhere.
No, hold on. I played the wrong one. Sorry.
What, Dan? How long did it take you to set up?
Listen, she's an amazing person. She's incredibly solid. You know, and right now she's really focusing on being a mom. I mean, she's really an amazing mother to Barron, and I give her all the credit in the world. And, you know, this is kind of an amazing process, especially at that point in the young kid's life. And, you know, his father's running for commander-in-chief. Our father is, but, you know, we're a little bit older and we understand the world more, and it's really amazing that she's doing such a good job kind of mentoring him and, you know, taking such great care of him. And believe me, she's by my father's side, you know, all the time at the debates and this and that. But she's a really amazing person. She's a wonderful person, and she would make a great first lady. I mean, she really is solid as a rock.
Wow.
He is losing it.
He needs a thesaurus.
He's losing it. Well, I'm an amazing man. You're an amazing person. My father's an amazing person. He's an amazing man. She's an amazing woman. Everybody's amazing. I'm wearing an amazing suit. I like to be amazing. I'm wearing amazing. Spider-Man's amazing. The 1969 Mets were amazing. Well, you asked me what I think of Spider-Man. I think he's amazing. I think a lot of people are amazing. Gretchen, I think you're amazing. I think you're amazing at your job. I think Wolf Blitzer is amazing. I think CNN's amazing. Everybody, you know, my father doesn't appreciate people who aren't amazing. That's why every time you see me, I'm going to be amazing. All of our kids are amazing. We're amazing people. We're amazing. Our siblings. My kids are amazing. My daughter, my sister's kids are amazing. My father's amazing. And Melania's amazing, like Spider-Man. You said to me, who's more amazing, Spider-Man or Melania? I think Melania's more amazing than Spider-Man, even though they're both amazing. The 1969 Mets were amazing, I'm sure. Willie Mays was amazing. They call him amazing. Willie Mays, I believe he was an African-American man, amazing. All African-American people are amazing. Well, some aren't amazing, but I wouldn't say that. I mean, you know, it's amazing. And it's an amazing time to be an amazing candidate. What wasn't so amazing was we didn't register as being Republicans, so it's amazing that we can't vote for our father. And that's not an amazing thing. My father's like, you weren't being amazing. When you forgot to register, you kids weren't amazing. And I raised you to be amazing. I raised you to be like Spider-Man, to be amazing. And we were like, sorry, Dad, we weren't amazing. And he gets very mad when you're not amazing. So we weren't amazing that one afternoon, the amazing afternoon, we had to go register to vote for the amazing people. My father's an amazing candidate, and we can't vote for him because the Republicans are all amazing. Some aren't, but most are amazing. And my father's like, well, you weren't amazing. Now you have to be extra amazing next time to make up for not being amazing one day. I've been alive for 32 years, Gretchen. I haven't been amazing on just 2 days. One time in Little League, I struck out 3 times. I wasn't amazing. And my father let me know it. I remember the 8th grade, the first time I met my father. My nanny told me that's the man whose picture I've been showing you. It was amazing. What's that say, Dan? Oh, I can't read it.
Oh, sorry.
There's a show out called The Amazing Race. That show's amazing. At first, I thought it was a show about white people. My dad said there's a show about white people out called The Amazing Race. And then we saw it wasn't that. And my father was, it was an amazing prediction by my father. My father, when he got the amazing show, The Apprentice, he said, I have an amazing show, The Apprentice. And I assume we're going to get interviewed because we're part of The Amazing Race. We're amazing examples of The Amazing Race. And I'm sure we're going to get interviewed on The Amazing Race. And there's another show about other races. We're known as The Amazing Race. There's another show called Filthy Black that I'm producing. Pushy Jews. And then, of course, The Amazing Race is about white people. And, of course, there's the amazing hooker. The whore that took an amazing shit. An amazing McDonald's shit. McDonald's is the most amazing fast food restaurant. I like McDonald's. Gretchen, at any point during this interview, do you think I wasn't amazing? Gretchen, every Trump person, after we talk to somebody, after we interact with a human being, we send out cards. And we have a questionnaire. At any point, was this Trump family member not amazing?
How would you rate their amazing?
What do you think was the most amazing thing they did when you met them?
On a scale of 1 to amazing.
I'm a hot dog vendor. I don't know. He was amazing. He asked for, a hot dog. Right, but did he do it in an amazing way? Would you say he's the most amazing person you met today? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Clearly you're not amazing. Amazing people speak their own language. It's an amazing language. The Amazing Race. You're amazing, amazing, amazing. I wish the 69 Mets were still around because I would love to go around with Casey Stengel going, they're amazing, 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 amazing. The only thing more amazing than the Mets are my father and Melania. I understand you saw someone in the Trump family from a distance today. Would you please fill out this card? It's called the Amazing Card. It's called the Amazing Card that lets you know if we were amazing from a distance.
Well, listen, she's an amazing person. She's incredibly solid. And right now she's really focusing on being a mom. I mean, she's really an amazing mother to Barron, and I give her all the credit in the world. And, this is kind of an amazing process, especially at that point in the young kid's life. And, his father's running for commander-in-chief. Our father is, but, we're a little bit older and we understand the world more. And it's really amazing that she's doing such a good job kind of mentoring him and, taking such great care of him. And believe me, she's by my father's side, all the time at the debates and this and that. But she's a really amazing person. She's a wonderful person. And she would make a great first lady. I mean, she really is solid as a rock.
That is not edited. That is not edited.
Oh, my God.
In our family, we take amazing seriously.
What the fuck? He's losing it. He called her in the last 30 seconds. It was like, again, it was like his Rosalita. He started out like a nice set list, And all of a sudden he's ramping it up, going, she's amazing, wonderful person, she's amazing. He just tours the country telling cities are amazing. Who the fuck is amazing, Detroit? Are we amazing, Eric? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you St. Louis is fucking amazing. Eric Trump. Well, St. Louis, I'm Eric Trump. You're an amazing city. The Cardinals are amazing. I think the Rams are amazing. It was amazing that you took the Cardinals of the football team, and when they left, you got the Rams right away. It was amazing. St. Louis has always been an amazing city. Lou Brock was amazing. Everybody's amazing. The arch is amazing. That arch is unbelievable. It's amazing. It's solid as a rock, that arch. I went up on it with my amazing mother, Melania, stepmother. She's focusing on being a mother. Focusing on being a mother. She never sees the kid. I do everything by myself. I only have a chef and an assistant. That's what she said.
Wow.
She has a chef. I'm not like the other mommies with nannies. I have a chef. That's it. A chef. Oh, my God. Let's play a little Melania for Anthony.
And you've had your own business. So what's sort of your long-term plan?
We will see now. Everything is in the air for now.
It's in the air.
But when the time comes, another way, we will see. We will see. We're just enjoying life. I want to live meaningful life. I want to spend time with family and my husband and with my child and just enjoy. I experience a great success in my business, so it's not that I'm eager to do another business. I may in the future. I never say never.
What was your business?
And because it's very productive, and it's very your ideas coming to life, and I have many ideas.
What is her business?
What did she do?
Wasn't it modeling? Was that her business?
Did she do a fashion line or something?
I guess so. What is your business? None of your business?
She teaches English as a second language.
We have an amazing life.
Productive life.
Productive life we shall see in the air. Everything it is in the air now. I have a husband. What is your long-term goal? For eventually to go to Donald's funeral. And right now I'm taking fake crying lessons. And by the time Donald dies, I will fake cry for a week. And then I'll get in a hot tub with David Beckham.
I like to call myself the difference.
Yeah, me and the difference are going to date. Me, Ashton Kutcher. You know Ashton Kutcher's the difference, Gretchen.
He's amazing.
He's an amazing difference. Here's the thing. I'm going to be the difference in your life, Melania. You just inherited $10 billion. Well, here's the difference. I got Demi Moore in that 70 show cash. And I looked at our bank accounts. You're worth 10 billion. I got about 11 million. That's a big difference. I'd like to make up that difference. I see. I just get done fucking old, weird-looking guy. I meet him in party, and I go, God, you must be rich. You're very odd-looking. But I would close my eyes and let you insert penis.
My life is up in the air.
I'd like to wait. I've Googled you. Celebrity net worth. Spell your name. The answer to the date is yes. Yes. Will you take me to the Trump Tower? The Trump Plaza? I'd like them soon to be called the Melania Plaza. Melania Tower. Can our son have a chef?
And an assistant?
We were having wonderful life, and he tell me he going to be president. I said, okay, call me when we go to the White House. He says, no, I have to come out. I'm like, what? I'm in a gold-plated hot tub. I'm in a gold-plated hot tub with all of the Knicks. Why I want to go with you to Iowa to caucus? I have a lot of cocks right here. Iowa to caucus. Come on, Melania. You sure? I'm sure you want to do that. What a nightmare. I agreed to marry you even though you look like an orange Oompa Loompa. How, Donald, you're fired. I mean, it's got to be just, I mean, what's the relationship like with the kids and her, Ivanka and her? It's got to be so awkward. They're all doing. Do you think they do that phony shit at dinner, at Thanksgiving? Could you pass me the amazing gravy? Is the amazing potatoes? The potatoes are amazing. Melania, you're incredibly solid. Could you pass me the incredibly solid, amazing potatoes? Donald, I don't want to talk to him ever again. He weird. I gotta take another diabetic piss. Sorry, it's health issues. Yeah, you can talk about mixing up my shit.
I think we covered that. We're all good on the poop.
What's going on with you?
Me? I'm just hanging out here with you guys, really.
What's next in the Bose production line?
This
is it? The Artie book is next, huh?
Yeah. We're doing it. Getting in the groove. Once we get going, it's pretty kind of...
Yeah, I've seen you guys work.
Running. It's great.
It's pretty quick, and you guys banter off each other really well.
Yeah, it's just, once we hit it, it's like Fast and Furious. It's
Yeah.
great. That's all right now. This is all I'm doing. I have some stuff that I'm working on in like the TV arena, but that's
hush hush.
Until there's something that's real, you know. There's always stuff, but yeah, this is my only book project at the moment, which is exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, we're probably gonna interview today. I guess we'll see. See how much Artie's got left in him.
Cubs opener tonight. I know that was big on your agenda.
Are you excited?
That's right, home opener.
Is there a particular place that you go to? Is there like a Cubs bar that you go to?
No, there's no Cubs bar.
There might be.
No.
You've looked?
Yes.
Okay.
There was the Twisted Kilt, and they would let me go in the corner and have a TV to myself, but I took some heat from some Met fans and some Yankee fans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, it's the Cubs.
Yeah, who knows?
It's Chicago. It's not
they're
Boston.
bitter. They're jealous.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're always jealous of Chicago.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's weird.
If we hear more than 2 flushes, I know I'm going to get out the plunger.
Oh, and you guys, the toilets here are quite powerful.
Yeah, they're
like
supposed to be like super drainers or whatever, you know.
Super flushers or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I know, because the guest one over there that I use.
It's like one of the ones on a plane.
Yeah. Completely.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to fall in.
I don't know what
Suck
happened
you down there.
Like I said, it might be a building problem. I know that was the way it was with the sinks for about a week. Oof. Boy, I have a picture of the sink. It looked just as bad as the toilet one time.
Oh, you had like stuff
Yeah.
backing up. Oh, that's not.
Found out it was a food processor from another from a wealthy Indian
Oh, wow,
banker.
wow.
Yeah.
So the food going down there was
Yeah.
probably pretty fragrant.
Yeah. I guess the goat hair doesn't mix well. Does any?
Tikka masala. All that stuff. Jeez, that doesn't.
The
age
naan,
well.
the naan with onions does not.
Yep, leftover Indian food shouldn't stay around too long.
No.
You made that mistake. Your whole fridge will smell. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. I didn't know. Is every building built like that?
I feel like we're doing an NPR show without Artie here.
Yeah, we kind of are.
So Anthony, tell me about your new project.
I know. I really don't have that much going on right now, Dan. Somebody call me with a job.
Tommy Lee or Artie Lang? Who was harder to work with?
I don't know. Very different animals, all with their own bag of tricks.
I'm surprised Artie hasn't said anything about the ride to Scranton.
I know. I was going to ask him about the show. He said it was good.
Yeah, I guess it went well. I called Levy the next day, so he said it went well.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to get my kid on the show more.
Yeah. You mean on this show?
Yeah.
Is his kid going to come do the podcast?
I guess he's getting into comedy now.
Oh.
So he's not following his dad's footsteps.
Yeah. Okay. I thought he was in a band too.
Yeah. I think he's going to try and do both.
Yeah, you can do that.
So you talk at all about Scranton? Driving to Scranton?
Dan, a brilliant radio guy, asked me a question, like, clearly before I have to put the mic on. And you could have waited till the time. By the way, good news, some romantic news, Dan. I think I clogged the shitter again.
Oh, no!
Did you?
You can have another romantic evening with my shit. Hey, you want to get a glass of Chardonnay for the shit?
Well, how about you take Artie out to dinner and then let him shit and then unclog it?
Yeah, you could see what
that would be the
you could
whole
see
thing.
what the shit used to look like. That's literally that's how you could that's how you describe my life. Like when I was younger, in my early 20s, I'm like the food when you get it at the nice restaurant, and it looks real, beautiful the way they present it. And then you start to eat it, and the years go by, and you mess it up a little bit, and then you eat it all, and it's all like the plate is disgusting looking, and then eventually you look like shit. So you could have that's a good idea. You get to know it when it's younger, and then when you see the shit, you go, God, I remember you, and boy, you could stop a clock
when you were still lasagna.
And now, you're so affected by the drugs.
Oh, man.
Well, listen, Dan's talking about, I drove out. By the way, everyone who came to the gig Friday night, a lot of vets were there. I don't mean people who work on animals. I mean veterans of war. And such wonderful people, a real grateful crowd. And listen, it's nothing to us. And I warned the people about Bob. I go, I don't know about Bob and charity. I said, listen, just put it this way. Every time I do a charity show with Bob, 2 weeks later, he has a Corvette. I'm kidding, of course. Although Bob did claim once that he was doing a charity for leukemia, and he legally changed his name to Leukemia. So he will go far. Here's what I did. Listen, it's brilliant. I fucking listen. No one's ever done it. Listen. I tell them I'm related to Anthony Cumia, right? And I changed my name to Lou, and it's believable because it's radio, so it's Lou Cumia. And I just say it real quick. I go, it's a benefit of leukemia. And they think it's leukemia. A lot of people die from that shit. It's really awful death. A lot of kids die and shit. And people, really are very emotional, so they give money thinking it's leukemia. But I said it real quick, leukemia. And, I get Anthony to testify if some asswipe sues me, some asswipe mother of a kid who died, like, fuck you, sweetie. Legally, I know your fucking kid's dead, but what do you want from me? I'm not giving any money. And, maybe, say they thought money was coming from the leukemia benefit, and they banked on it, and the kid died because, you didn't get my money. And they're like, what happened to the money? I'm like, well, I'm leukemia. I'm leukemia. Money goes to me. But our child was depending on your money. Not my problem. Well, our child's dead. Yeah, your child's dead, but I have a brand new Range Rover.
What was your child's name? It wasn't Lou, was
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Teach your kid how to be savvy in business like me. And the ride out, we were with young Dominic, who I love, his Bob's son, Dominic Levy. Which again, Dominic Levy, what is that? It's an Italian Jew. I don't know, what is that?
Dominic.
Yeah, exactly. What is that? He pays himself to beat somebody up. I don't know. So we go out, and Bob picks me up. I agree to let Bob drive me to Scranton. And again, I'm not a big celebrity, but I'm certainly on a level higher than getting driven, I can't even. Every description I have in my head of the drive out there will really affect my friendship with Bob.
Oh, man.
I don't want to be honest. I don't. I don't want to be honest. I can't even think of a sentence to say that wouldn't affect. Except about his son. His son's a great kid.
Is he amazing?
He's an amazing kid. But Bob.
How bad was it?
Well, it's I don't know. It's like he's describing his. He's describing his career goals. I don't know what to say. But there's a lot of things Bob was saying that I don't feel are realistic.
Okay.
He's 53 years old. And, 95% of his punchlines have the two phrases, cheese doodles and cunt hair. Well, how come I'm never on Letterman? I sent in a tape. Bob has a rated X act. In other words, I've never said this to an opener, but I had to pull Bob aside and ask him to change his act because it was like following a sexual assault. Bob's closer would literally be he'd pick out a drunk chick from the audience, and he found one every night. I don't know how he did it. He would get her to pull her pants down. He would pour blue cheese down the crack of her ass and eat the blue cheese dressing out of her asshole.
Really? Now, isn't that more disgusting than plunging the toilet?
Not even close.
Not to me.
Licking a chick's asshole or a man's shit. I mean, you say something.
I'm not
gay,
licking
you
it.
say something gayer every day.
Yeah. There's a giant wooden stick in between me and
one is a woman's ass.
Yeah.
Licking a woman's ass. The other one is a man's shit. I mean, just fucking come out, man. I'd much rather chop up your shit, Art, than lick a woman's ass. What? Again, there's no way you could have had. And it's not your fault, by the way. That pool thing, the naked swimming, had to affect you.
Did not.
Yeah. Well, it did, clearly.
It sounds scary.
Yeah. There's so many blanks in Dan's high school life that he's not telling us. He leaves at 15. Why do you leave at 15?
He left school at 15?
He doesn't have one friend.
I made it through
junior.
I got junior credits.
He can't name a friend that he had.
I named a friend because I went into radio and I had mostly older friends.
Dan, you didn't go into radio until you were 15. I had 50,000 friends.
Because I had 4 Filato boys all around me that
boys
I hung out with.
Why do you say
my
Filato
cousins?
boys?
We all lived on the same block.
Say your cousins. Why say Filato boys? I mean, it gets gayer with every sentence.
Yeah, whatever.
So you only hung out with your cousins?
Yes.
I had a lot. I was close with my cousins too.
We all lived in the same block.
I can name 1,000 friends I had by the time I was 15.
I had just a couple.
No, you didn't have any.
Yes, I did.
Name
I had a couple.
people who were not related to you. You were in class with all the Filato boys?
Yes.
You all had the same class.
No, we did not in high school. They split off and went to a different high school.
Right.
'Cause
Okay.
they
Well, who'd you have friends in that high school?
I had a couple of friends.
Who were
I
they?
told you, one was Paul Koziak.
But he was the kid who happened to be, you guys were having your cocks next to each other.
No.
It's a bond. So Paul Koziak, like you would hang with him.
Yes.
And do what?
We would go to movies. We'd go on dates.
With him?
Huh?
With him?
No, we go on double dates.
Oh,
we go to meet.
You never dated a chick in high school.
Yeah, I did.
There's no way you got laid in high school.
I got laid in high school.
Anthony, come on.
I was on the radio.
What, Dan? No, you weren't. You left for the radio.
Yeah, but I was on the radio. I was technically in those years. I got laid, sure. I had the same girlfriend.
Name all the chicks you fucked. How many chicks did you fuck in high school?
Well, I had one girlfriend through the
So
high school.
one?
Yes.
What was her name?
Sharon. That's her calling right now.
Saved by the Bell. Who the fuck is this? I let it go. If it's my mother, it would be hilarious. Voicemail. Hi, this is Sharon. I dated Dan in high school. We're going to let this answer. This is Paul Koziak. Fuck. Probably a girl. But then you understand, like I only had one girlfriend in high school. Like no one's a stud in high school. It's a small percentage. Like, why do you have to lie about it? It doesn't. Well, why do you have to lie?
Lie about what?
About having. There's no way you had sex in high school.
I had sex in high school.
I have you packed. You probably lost your virginity. I'm saying around 34.
No.
All right.
Sharon, I believe you.
What did she do?
She went to high school.
She went to class.
Now she does. She sells.
You know her still?
Yes. We're still friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, Facebook.
So you were just friends in high school?
No, we dated.
If we got Sharon on the phone, she would say you fucked.
Yes.
Oh, when's the last time you fucked her?
Oh, years ago.
Well, you're doing it right now by bridging her name.
Well, Stephen Gary talked about it on the air all the time.
You see, you feel that you think you're overcompensating. It's not gay to not do well with women in high school.
No, I had a steady girlfriend.
When did you meet her? What was your rap with her? Like, what'd you say?
She knew Bobby, my cousin Bobby and Vince wanted to both go out with her, and she didn't like them, and she liked me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well done.
What the fuck do they look like?
He was on the radio.
He's unbelievable.
He's going for you today. Well, every day, actually.
No, I'm just saying. But Dan, you are Dan. Let me tell you something. In the radio, you are radio gold. You're not even gold. You're platinum. You're radio. Like, you are just amazing. A plethora of it's unreal. Who else? You know. It's Rick Steves sweating around Rick Steves. He sweats around an effeminate guy who does Travel Channel though, and he had to leave the room.
Did you?
Anthony, you don't know that?
No, I didn't know the extent of it. I just knew
I
you were
thought
a
everybody
fan
knew this.
of Rick Steves. I knew he was into it.
Okay, no, okay.
He got like
He met Rick Steves once, and he got the sweats, and he couldn't stay in the room. He had to leave.
because you like your show that much.
Because I like a show that much.
Do you think he's a classy?
Tell
gent?
Anthony.
His books are good.
Okay, Anthony,
They
you
get
don't even know
attention.
that. You don't even know the half of it.
I didn't know it was like
Okay,
that.
so describe to Anthony what happened when you met him. Now, you know who Rick Steves is, right?
I do.
You know what he sounds like?
Yeah. I think
Do you know what he sounds like?
kind of like a higher
Okay,
voice,
just play
right?
Rick Steves for him.
Give me at least, yeah, I forget. I mean, I've seen him on like
And
he's on PBS,
if
right?
your podcast people think you've heard, say, "Oh fuck, we've heard this before," dude, you can't hear this enough. You cannot hear this enough. Trust me, I'm the professional comedian. This will always be funny. Okay, you can hear this on a loop.
Did you go to meet him like at a signing? Or
You'll
something?
you'll hear.
Okay.
Just believe me. Trust me.
Okay, I do.
Okay.
Hi,
here's
I'm Rick Steves, back with more of the best of Europe. The people here claim if you stand on a chair, you can see all across their country. This is the best of the Netherlands. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, wow.
People here claim if you stand on a chair, you can blow a giant. People claim if you stand on a chair, you can blow Wilt Chamberlain. Okay, play more. No, that's
pretty good. Best of the Netherlands.
Guess where he says Brussels. That's his theme music. So Dan is just putting the Vaseline on his hand now.
Traveling here, it's easy to see how the Netherlands is a lot like its people. Efficient, a good balance of old and new, hard work and fun, innovation and tradition. Even with a dense population and an ongoing battle with the sea, the decks are warm and even keel.
An ongoing battle with your voice in your head.
Mighty port. Go for an old-fashioned sail.
Oh my God.
And visit the ultimate flower market. We'll marvel at Dutch masters. Smoke some eels. Pull out all the stops on an unforgettable organ.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Start up a classic windmill.
An unforgettable
In
organ.
the west of Europe is the Netherlands, with 12 provinces, including North and South Holland. Everything we'll see is within an hour of Amsterdam. We'll
Wait,
sail
Dan,
what
can you
was
go back
the
to the
Zuiderzee.
go back to the unforgettable organ?
An ongoing battle with the sea. The Dutch are warm. Flower market. We'll marvel at Dutch masters. Smoke some eels. Pull out all the stops on an unforgettable organ. And start up a classic windmill. In the west of Europe
If
is
you
the
wrote this,
Netherlands,
people
with
would say
12
no.
provinces, including
It can't be
North and South
possible.
Holland.
Ow! Pull out all the stops on an unforgettable organ.
I mean, I guess I've never heard his voice in isolation like that.
You know,
There's always like I've seen the show and he's walking around.
He sounds like Richard Simmons' gayer brother. Unforgettable organ. First of all, I guess Koziak had an unforgettable organ because.
Why'd you get so nervous, Dan? I think that's kind of adorable.
All right, so Dan somehow grows up and you just love the guy. He's unbelievable. You can't be in the same room with him. You knew that, so you meet him, right? Describe to Anthony how you met him.
Every year he comes twice a year to Chicago. It's the same thing with New York. He comes twice a year to New York. He comes to the public station.
Goes to the gym every day at 6:38.
He goes to the public broadcasting station because they play his shows. He's normally the largest fundraiser for PBS.
Oh wow!
It's between him and a couple other things, and Downton Abbey. So,
right.
So twice a year he comes to Chicago. It sells the books, and if you give $1,000 or $500 to WTTW in Chicago or WNYC here, you get so many Rick Steves books.
You get to fuck his ass.
Well, they have people that call. They have people that call the into the show. It's like a telethon,
right?
And they went through the neighborhood where we lived, and my wife had a chocolate shop, and they walked.
My wife had a chocolate shop.
They went into her chocolate shop and say, hey, listen, we're going to do some fundraising for WTTW. Would you like to, give some of your chocolates for free and we'll mention that thing? And she said no. And as they were walking out, she goes, wait, who's doing the fundraising? And she goes, the woman from WTTW said, it's Rick Steves. She goes, I'm in. Because my husband
Because you told your wife this is obsession.
Well, we had his books all the time. We watched the show.
And she knows your obsession with him.
She knows my obsession with him, yeah.
That's weird, man. Go ahead.
So there was a fundraiser. So they went to the TV studio, and then they had like a little. After they met their goal of so many dollars, they had a little.
This is how Dan tells the story, by the way. Such unnecessary information.
Party
after they met their goal of what? Come on,
they had a party, and there
he was.
He was wandering around, and I just couldn't. I was too nervous
to say hello.
Yeah,
just you couldn't even stay in the
room.
room.
Wandering around the room.
I just could not do it.
How big
you
of a room?
Couldn't say hi.
It was about let's see. It was a small conference room.
Okay, so other people in the room.
Yes,
and you see him. How far away is he from you?
As 10 feet, 10, 15 feet.
You're 10 feet from, and you couldn't stay in the room.
Yeah.
Why? You get the chills?
I just didn't want to.
What?
I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Didn't want to be disappointed.
Exactly.
No. It's something way more than that. You what happens to you? You start to sweat?
Yes. I did.
Where like pit sweat?
No, just
sweaty hands.
I get all uncomfortable, and I just didn't want to. I didn't.
You
were
uncomfortable.
No, I'm not. I wasn't that. I was only that way around a couple other people. But
really,
yeah.
Who else?
Springsteen was one, and when I was younger. But now I've met him a couple times since then. I don't.
And you realize he's hetero.
Yeah. So
the difference between the way Springsteen talks and Rick Steves, it's just, I can't even.
And I've always admired Juliette Binoche, the actress, and I couldn't speak in front of her.
What?
Juliette Binoche. I met her once.
Dan.
She's beautiful.
Dan.
You're thinking of this triumvirate
Dan,
here.
Dan, you're gayer than any gay man I've ever. I guess except for the sex. There's not a gay guy I've ever met. Like Mario Cantone is a good friend of mine. I can't imagine him saying, "I can't be around Juliette Binoche." You can't. What
It's
about
not Barbara Streisand?
What about Juliette Binoche? No, it's gayer.
It's very specific.
What about
But she's
Juliette
be- I mean,
Binoche?
She's gorgeous.
What about her?
I don't know. Like, you know, there was some. I've always admired her. Like, I was when we were in Los Angeles. Hilary Swank came over and sat with me. She said it was a small little coffee shop called Cora's in Santa Monica. And I said, sure. And we started talking. I had no problem talking to her. But for some reason, Juliette
What are
Binoche.
you sure? What are you talking about?
Hilary Swank. She sat down and we started talking. So
First of all, no, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. Chorus.
Well, I don't know what Cora's is.
It's a little
I'm
coffee shop
straight.
in Santa Monica.
Well, you know why? Because Hilary Swank is a dude. She played a dude.
But, you know, we had dinner with Don Rickles and Dan Aykroyd, and I sit and chatted with Dan the entire night. I chatted with Don Rickles.
more like
that's
your world.
Yeah, but what is it about? No, you didn't tell the story you told me about your wife brought you over to him.
Oh,
She tried to. I couldn't do it.
did you really?
Yeah, I
You
couldn't.
just like throw her hand down. And
No, I just
storm
couldn't.
off?
I go, I don't want to meet him. I don't want to meet
Is
him.
it because you get erect?
No, no,
I think it is.
no,
Did,
You get sexually excited.
no,
It's sexual though.
no. I just get nervous.
Was he, smaller and daintier than you imagined?
No,
Was he cuter?
no.
I mean, was it two bottoms getting together? Do you think if Rick Steves came on to you?
Isn't Anthony the guest on the show?
No,
What are
but
you talking about, Anthony?
If you
Sure.
think if Rick Steves came on, to
He
you,
wouldn't. He's married.
Dan,
A lot of them
you
are.
think he's straight? You think he's straight? It's surprising that you think that people think he's gay to you. Dan, he sounds like he's sucking a dick while he's talking. I mean, come on, brother. I just feel bad you have to live this secret. I do.
Even with a dense population and an ongoing battle with the sea, the Dutch are warm and even keeled. We'll cruise through a mighty port, go for an old-fashioned sail, and visit the ultimate flower market. We'll marvel at Dutch masters,
Marvel.
smoke some eels, pull out all the stops on an unforgettable organ.
We'll beat up everybody at a Juliette Binoche fan rally.
I mean, it sounds like South Park.
Right, that's the guy, the gay guy. It's not right.
Yeah.
Who also, by the way, is not gay. He would come on to you.
I've just never noticed it when you hear it with headphones, just listening to his voice.
There's something affectionate, in other words. Like, would you hug him? Like, would you want to hug him? Is it physical?
No.
I think Russ Maneve was right on when he said something about him comforts you.
His videos are very relaxing.
They
Normally
are.
there's a lot of times when I meet a celebrity, they turn out to be like a real asshole.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want that to happen.
You didn't want to ruin the image you have of,
Right.
of Rick Steves.
A lot of times when you meet a celebrity, they won't let you see their asshole.
Which is crazy.
I just want to know that. I just want to know that it's real. I just want to know that heaven does exist on Earth, and it's called Rick Steves' asshole. I think you're affectionate towards him in a physical way.
No. No.
I think you've recited
No, well,
how
you're-
Dan Steves would sound.
You're thinking wrong.
Dan Steves. Do you take Dan to be your lawfully wedded bottom? Do you want to marvel at his organ?
That's
I mean, it's
that's
extraordinary.
funny.
Again,
Smoked
it's one of the
meals.
most unique things I've ever known about a human being. That's one of the most unique. I've lost sleep over it. Mostly because I'm afraid he's going to come into my room.
When I was 17 and at Alpine Valley, when I met Springsteen,
I think you're lying
he
about
came
that.
up to
I
me
think
and
you're lying about
started
that.
talking to me, and I couldn't speak.
But
I
you're
was
lying
like-
about that to compensate, I think. You're fine around
I could
Springsteen.
not. I could not speak, and I just remember him saying, "Boy, for a radio guy, you don't say much." And then I said, "Listen, I just didn't want to say anything stupid," and I just walked away.
Never happened.
I couldn't talk.
Didn't happen. I just want to say, Dan, it's Bruce. Listen, I want to marvel at an organ.
Smoke some eels.
Yeah, I want to smoke some eels. Go to the Dutch Masters. But tell Anthony why, because Rick Steves has the ability to haggle for better prices, right?
Really?
Yes.
He has a gene you don't have.
He has this thing where he can go to like a hotel and he'll say, "How much is a room?" And it's, 100 euros or whatever. He goes, "Well, I don't want to pay for that, and I want to only pay like 60." And then they give him the room normally, And there are people that I have a friend also that is really good at that. I'm just not good at that.
Yeah. So that's why you get the sweats around him, because you can get a room cheaper.
He just has that ability that I don't have, like to ask a lot of questions. And like when I go on my architecture tours, I'm pretty quiet. I don't talk to anybody else.
Architecture tours. One other person I've known talked about architecture tours. George Takei.
Yeah, okay.
It's on the Stern Show. I went on an architecture tour with the Guggenheim as a bit. Oh, look at this. Look at it's an Iranian woman, Artie. I don't think you'd like her. It's she builds wonderful things in Iran. You scoundrel. If Artie would like to come, fine. I'll be there with Brad. My gator's up for Daniel. What heterosexual says architecture tours? My wife is a chocolatier. Anthony doesn't know what to say.
He's just very cultured.
You're one of the most fascinating human beings I've ever met. You really are. I mean that in a positive way. Do you think I'd kick you out if you said you were gay? I wouldn't care. I don't know if I want your fucking guys right in front of me or anything. I feel you go on these fake Saturday afternoons. You feel you have to fuck somewhere else.
Oh, no.
Because whenever he goes on these Saturday mysterious tours, like you're in the Apple Genius Bar for 8 hours.
That's Sunday. Saturdays usually I go to the movies.
Nice. Right, whatever. What movies have you seen?
I just Louder Than Bombs. I thought it was excellent.
Louder Than Bombs? What's that?
It's the new...
Your screams?
Yeah.
We usually go see a very loud movie and sit in the back. Oh, you could see it because you're facing.
You know what? If it were anyone else, I wouldn't have stayed around today because he said you were just write about the book.
Dan,
I want to say hello to you.
Dan,
I'm sorry.
I will go back to this. Me. I'll go back to this. When you're not here.
That's true.
I feel people aren't as fascinated as they should be by this. It's fascinating. You are just. My God, what a ripe garden of information. Your middle name's Johan.
That's cool.
I know, just like by saying that, it's odd, It doesn't mean anything, but just when I say it, even that's weird. I said, "What's your name?" Johan. And that's the same name as the cat that Mike Pachetti fucks.
Jeez.
We might be the most unique roommate team ever. I'm a junkie comedian. It just sucks that, I could tell you, I think, you're getting a lot of money in a will. And your father's
Here we go with this again.
Your father's an old school Italian, and if you found out, I get it.
This is what I get for saving him $500 on the plumber on a Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
Dan, listen, I'd rather spend the $500 than know you're making love to my shit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm chopping it up. I've almost broken the shell.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Holy shit. I'm through it. I'm through your shit, Art.
This is the thank you I get.
Is there any other part of you I can clean up?
We got to get you some Rick Steves, like some gear, like t-shirts.
I've got the backpack.
Nice. Oh,
He's
love
got
it.
the backpack.
Is it like?
Is that the fudge pack?
Yeah. It's right there. It's
And
right
now
there.
the Rick Steves fudge pack. Do you have fudge that you need to pack? Next week we'll go to Brussels and push it up a hill.
I had my Rick Steves book in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we started talking about him.
That's when you and Barry Sobel disappeared.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, that guy.
I don't think so.
There's a reason he chose your room.
Yeah. Because you told him he could.
No, his gaydar was up.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, I don't think so.
He's probably like, gaydar up.
Too bad he came back. She just disappeared.
He picked up, my God, he picked up a boy so quickly. Now, we don't have proof of this. I mean, Barry's, according to Barry's heterosexual. He probably is, him and Rick Steves and Dan. Well, I know is we were walking towards Notre Dame, and it was me, Dan, and Adrian, and you guys that went to eat, and it was Barry Sobel, and there was a little French boy who was like 18, and he started walking next to us, and Dan said, "God, that kid's cute." You noticed, you said,
yeah.
And I looked at you and said, not in a gay way. I mean, he's good looking.
Never happened.
And Barry starts talking to him, right?
Yes.
Now, I don't think he's gay, but him and that boy disappeared very quickly. I mean, and that's the thing about gay guys. There's no chick to say no. Like, they just probably go, I want to fuck. You probably want to fuck too, right? Let's just go fuck.
Yep.
And then when we come, we just don't want to talk for like a half an hour.
There you go.
Right? That's how it is, Dan, right? I mean, what would Rick Steves have to do to fuck you? Just say, hi, I'm here. I'm here with my impressive organ. All right, well, again, I'll stop. But it's just the most... I love you for this. I do. And I won't kick you out of here. You could, I mean, just be discreet. All right, well, how long have we been talking?
1 hour and 54 minutes.
Very impressive. Well, you're
That's a Rick Steves marathon on PBS.
Yeah.
2 more hours.
A Rick Steves marathon is probably like, you go back for more, shower. Does he have kids?
Yes, he's got 2.
Oh, my God.
Where's he from originally?
Seattle.
Oh.
Seattle. Via San Francisco.
How did he start in travel writing?
I guess he went to Europe when he was out of high school.
I guess. You know everything about it.
I don't, but I remember him talking about it, that he went, and he had notes, and his friends noticed that his notes were really good, and they said, well, you should start.
Who notices that? I notice your notes are good. On what, traveling?
Yes.
Who looks at your friend's notes for traveling? I mean, it's just a fruity circle of life here. I'm trying to think of one guy I used to play softball with who go, I noticed your travel notes are wonderful, Art. Like, what are travel notes?
I don't know.
What's on them?
I don't
you
remember.
probably make them.
Yeah, if there's something, as do other people. Other people call me and they say, "Oh, Artie should stay in this hotel."
Who told you
that? Artie should stay. Go to this
says
place.
That?
Yeah. Who said Artie should stay in this hotel?
You said people call me. That's one guy. You have a network of friends who ask for. You're like almost. Like,
yeah, my friend Allie. She run Apple Vacations. She always gives me tips.
That's
How
cool.
many girlfriends do you have? I mean, like friends who are girls.
I have
a lot.
I have
Quite a bit.
a few. Sorry, I don't live that New Jersey Italian lifestyle.
What are you talking about? Chicago are more closed-minded. Are you kidding me? Listen. You want to go homophobia for homophobia? Chicago wins every time. I mean, yeah, I don't have girls. Yeah, I don't have friends who are chicks. I mean, what are you talking? I mean,
Well, we go to dinner once a year. It's not like we go to the movies or hang out. She's married to my friend Joe.
we go to dinner once a year. Oh. What are you talking about at dinner? Hi, it's so great to be together. Yeah, this is a good wine. I know Artie's disgusting. You shouldn't listen to the podcast. He's just gross.
She listens to the podcast, actually.
Allie does?
Yeah, Allie Kraslin.
Allie.
What
She's
up?
the queen of Krasmadian.
Allie, full of truth serum, Allie.
Oh, she knows I'm not gay.
Okay. How does she know that?
She knows.
You've given her the high hard one?
No.
She gave her the marital matrimonial.
Matrimonial.
That's the other great story, Anthony. Dan was at a party in Chicago years ago. What year are we talking about?
80 maybe?
Okay.
80 or 81?
With Phil Donahue and
Bill Curtis.
Bill Curtis, the guy from A&E.
Whoa.
Hello, I'm Bill Curtis.
Amazing.
Yeah. Next step on American Justice. From behind the prison walls came a very dark yet chilling message. Kill a cop. That's when Richard Speck stumbled into a local flop house. When the cops got there, his hands were bloody. He had tried to kill himself. So that guy. And they get drunk, I guess, and they start to name their penises. They give their penises nicknames.
No.
Yeah. And
what, all three of you
and
guys?
Bill Curtis's nickname for his penis was the kidney disturber.
Whoa, no. Are you serious?
So his cock would be so long he would stretch into a person's kidney.
Oh, God.
A chick's kidney.
Very specific.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I lost sleep over that.
That's just, wow.
Hello, you're talking to the kidney disturber.
You're live for
Yes.
the kidney store.
Hello, I'm Bill Curtis, also known as the kidney disturber. That's when Richard Speck looked up and he saw a local vigilante he had only read about in books, known as the kidney disturber.
And Gary Meyer, who was one of the guys that I used to work with and that was at the party, also reminded me a couple of months ago that John Hughes had just left before the drinking in the outdoor pool. John Hughes, the screenwriter.
Yeah.
Of course.
So he could have been in on it.
And director.
And director.
Yeah. Amazing. Talent.
He was.
Yeah.
Well, I know what he named his. The Breakfast Club.
Nice.
Don't you forget about me.
Or Bender. Is that Judd Nelson?
Home Alone 2.
What was Donahue's?
The Marlo Thomas
I
Wake
think
Upper.
you know what I might be
that girl.
I can remember. I just remember. I remember Bill Curtis's. Somebody's was Trouser Trout.
Oh, well, that's a fucking.
I
That's
think
a
that
hacky
might have
one.
been.
That's a hacky
yeah.
one. That's a hacky one. I think. Phil Donahue's was thing that fucks a chick whose father used to like hookers to shit on his face. But Dan's was. What was yours, Dan?
Yeah. What do you got?
Matrimonial Peacemaker.
Oh my God, how gay!
Oh, I get it.
Insanely faggy.
That's kind of funny.
Thank you.
Matrimonial Peacemaker.
It's like
You get it if you're fighting. Dan, you cut to Dan has the best like name. Everyone's impressed by it, and steals the show. And you cut to like a jealous Bill Curtis at the end of the night. Dan, hi, Bill Curtis. You gave me your number. I was wondering if we could keep it low tonight, and I was wondering if I could buy the name Matrimonial Peacemaker. You're in close circles, of course, amongst our friends. You could still be Matrimonial Peacemaker, but I'm willing to give you Kidney Disturber that you could use on the radio with Gary and Steven. I just wondered, because I'll tell you, you really stole the show at the party. And there's a lot of cretins there. Trouser Trout, please.
For 24 full VCR tapes of American Justice.
Yes,
there you go.
I love when Artie says American
Justice. Here on American Justice.
I've known Bill Curtis since I was 15 years old. That's exactly the way he sounds when Artie says American Justice.
I've known him since I was 15. How does he sound when he says, I'm pulling my cock out of you now? Are your kidneys disturbed?
That's really...
Dan goes to the doctor and his kidney test came back and they're disturbed. Have you been fucked by Bill Curtis? Hi, Dan, Bill Curtis. You've grown quite a bit. God. I noticed that neither one of us had a date.
I had a date.
I noticed that you weren't paying attention to your date. I tend to do that with women as well. I noticed that you were watching the Mel Gibson marathon. So yes, I'm willing to buy. I've called my accountant, and I'm willing to buy Matrimonial Peacemaker from you. Our initial soft offering is $10,000. That's a soft offer. I'll make my hard offer in my hotel room with you. The offer I make in my hotel room will be much harder. Now, I'd like to start using that name immediately. So I'd like to send over some paperwork. Can we agree on the $10,000? Again, in private, you can use kidney disturber. And you can still be a matrimonial peacemaker amongst the people that were at that party. But if you use it outside the party, I can sue you. I don't want to put on the Tonight Show and see Dan Filato.
Matrimonial peacemaker.
I don't want to hear Ed McMahon going, tonight, Don Rickles, Robert Preston, George Goebel, and the matrimonial peacemaker, Dan Filato. Hello. Man, guys, we're back. George Goebel went a little long. We had to bump matrimonial peacemaker. He'll be back next week with his partner, kidney disturber. Hello, I'm Bill Curtis. Dan, it's Bill Curtis again. Yeah, me and the missus. Me and the mister. We're watching The Tonight Show. And I noticed that you went back on our $10,000 deal. And I'm going to make you a harder offer when I see you. Yes.
It's a firm offer.
It's a firm offer.
There you go.
It's an offer that's going to stay inside you. It's an offer that can grow. If you put it in the right place, it'll grow, like an investment.
Lots of potential for growth.
Yes. When I see you, Dan, there's always a potential for growth. I notice your arms are very hairy.
Man.
Would you be willing to wax your arms? Do you mind if I knock out all of your teeth so my cock doesn't get rusty? Do you mind if I call your mouth a one-cock garage? Again, I'm Bill Curtis. This is American Justice. We have a hard offer out. All right, we're having too much fun. Anthony, thank you. Me and Anthony Moser look for our new book.
Yes, sir.
It's Father's Day or holidays next year.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We're going to get Eric Trump to do the commercial. Well, it's an amazing book. Creation Burn was amazing. Two Fats Fish was amazing. They're both amazing. They both made the amazing bestsellers list, which is amazing. But this book's more amazing. It's about gambling. It's amazing. So take it from me. I'm amazing. The book's amazing. The Matrimonial Peacemaker is amazing.
Well, listen, she's an amazing person. She's incredibly solid.
And with that, we'll leave you with this. Anthony, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll leave you with Eric Trump. We'll play it out with that. Anthony, thanks, brother.
Of course.
I love you.
Love
You'll
you,
be
man.
hearing Anthony a lot more on the show. We're going to be over. He's going to be overwriting the book. We're going to bring you inside the process. We'll bring you inside the process that has produced two bestsellers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dan, we're chipping away at you, buddy. We're going to get this out of you.
Never.
All right, stay inside. Live a lie.
There's no closet.
Okay.
No closet.
Doesn't have to be. I'm glad you admit that. The whole world can be your closet. See you on the next podcast. Take care. Why not brush your hair?
Well, listen, she's an amazing person. She's incredibly solid. And right now she's really focusing on being a mom. I mean, she's really an amazing mother to Barron, and I give her all the credit in the world. And, this is kind of an amazing process, especially at that point in the young kid's life. And, his father's running for commander-in-chief. Our father is, but, we're a little bit older and we understand the world more. And it's really amazing that she's doing such a good job kind of mentoring him and, taking such great care of him. And believe me, she's by my father's side